Evening everyone. Welcome to Wednesday's coffee and card. I'm just organising my desk, bear with me. It's been one of those days today. Just making sure I've got everything. I probably haven't. But what is new? That. Yep, I have everything. Okay, let's get started. So, welcome everybody to Wednesday's live card making session. I'm back on the Christmas train today with a Christmas card for you. Just looking something up in the catalogue. Okay, on the Christmas card train today with a lovely card using the Snowflake Splendor suite. I love it. I didn't like it. I thought I didn't like it in the catalogue. I thought, oh no, that's not for me. Received it, obsessed with it. Which, to be fair, I needed a new obsession after trimming the towel, needed to be put to one side. So, I'm going to make a lovely Christmas card tonight using Snowflake Splendor, and it's involving a little bit of embossing, heat embossing and dry embossing. So, welcome to everyone who's joining, ladies. Hi to Louise, Anne, Sophie, bonsoir, Debbie, Mum, and Christine. So, thank you for all saying hi to me this evening. I really appreciate that. It's been a bit of a crap day here for a few different reasons. So, I'm looking forward to having a little bit of time out and moving on with the day. So, I'm going to turn my camera around, show you my desk, and then we can get started. So, see you all in a second. Okay, hopefully you can all now see my desk, and my phone is telling me something. It's got a little bit of a dodgy message, so I hope this works. Right, so we have got the mini catalogue, the mini August to December Christmas catalogue, as I like to call it, and this is Snowflake Splendor. Look at it, isn't it beautiful? So it's lovely tones of blues, greens, purples and greys. In the suite you've got the lovely DSP, it's double-sided patterned paper. You have beautiful embossing folder, which I think is stunning. Some lovely blue adhesive back gems, some snowflake ribbon, some lovely glimmer paper. I need to show you this actually because it's just beautiful. Hope the light will pick it up. Look at that. How stunning is that? And it doesn't drop any glitter, so it gets my vote even more. And then the stamp set and the dies. So this is the stamps. So many stamps in this set. Here it is here. It is photopolymer. The sentiments are a great size, and the snowflakes are a really good size too. Really love sentiments. So snowflake wishes for a Merry Christmas. Thank you so much. Like it. May your season sparkle. Happy Hanukkah. In the coldest moments of the year, my heart is warm because you're near, and our friendship is one of a kind. How pretty. And then the dies. So the coordinating dies are again just absolutely stunning, and they are on my desk here, and they look like this. So you get 2 sheets of dies, and here's another one that I have used this evening. So really delicate and lots of potential. So watch this space. I shall be creating something beautiful, I'm sure, over the next few weeks. And this suite is also part of my next card class. So I've used this whole suite of products for my next card class. The booking closes on the 10th of October. So if you wanted to be added into that, there is some information on my page about that as well. So let's get on to what we're going to make. This is the card I've got for you tonight. And I've gone a little bit away from the theme of the suite, just because I wanted to show you just how versatile it is and how it looks lovely with lots of different colours. So I have used that embossing folder, and it really is super delicate. I think it's absolutely stunning. You can just see that as that's picking up the light. And then of course I've got a little bit of heat embossing, and that's in silver, so again that picks up the light beautifully. And then I've added in a little silver foil snowflake that's been die cut, and then I've got 2 snowflakes that I've fussy cut out, so you might want to grab yourself a cup of tea while I cut those out in a minute. And then inside, so there's lots of detail, and I think it's so pretty. So let's get cracking. Excuse me. So we will need to start with a Smoky slate card base. I'm going to cut this out from just a piece of scrap in my box. So we're going to start by cutting this 10.5 centimetres wide, and we're going to score at 14.9 centimetres, and this is just the length of an A4 sheet of cardstock. Okay, so you only need to cut one measure. We'll just fold that in half, and we've got a nice tent fold card. And then for our strip across the middle, we will need a little strip that is 3 centimetres wide. Okay, I think it's 3 centimetres. Let's have a look. No, it's not 3 centimetres. Let me measure. 4. Well, I'm glad I didn't cut that then. So 4 centimetres, like that. Baz, can I order 20 of these cards ready-made as my Christmas cards? Yeah, sure, of course I can do that. Baz, you could make these at home yourself. Your card making skills are epic. Okay, and then for our embossed layer, we need a piece that is 10 centimetres by 14.4, so just half a centimetre smaller than our card front. Okay, so first things first, let's emboss our card. Like that. So I'm just going to pop that in our embossing folder. It's not a 3D embossing folder, it is a standard one. I'm just going to bring in my lovely Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and because it's a standard folder, you will need, let me get this right, this base plate, so plate number 1 and 2 of plate number 3. Oops. So I'm just going to pop that in. Always pop your embossing folder in so it goes through crease first. So layer up your sandwich, and my handle is all the way over there. Let's turn it round. That's better. Okay, so just wheel this through. Okay, and then as we take this out, I always love this bit. We have our lovely embossing folder. I think it's so pretty, so delicate. And I even like the debossed side as well. Okay, so I'm sure that will be very, very popular. And then this piece here is actually, you can't really see it. I've actually wrapped it round that piece of white. So we are going to, with our trimmer, so this measures, I want to cut this so it is 12 centimetres wide. This camera doesn't want to stay put tonight. 12 centimetres, and then we are going to score it at 11 from one end, turn it round and do 11 from the other end. Okay, so just give that a little fold, and then this is what we're going to wrap around here. Just give that a little push, so that wraps round like so. But before we stick that on, we want to do some embossing. So So for this, is that gold? That's gold. Where's the silver? Here's the silver. Okay, so the first things first, we're going to give our little card a bit of a wipe with an embossing buddy. That just takes off all the static from that card. And then we're going to add our Versamark to our stamp. Versamark is a sticky ink pad. And then we're going to stamp this. It's a bit wobbly on the block. Hang on. That's better. Apologies, it was a bit wobbly. Okay, so we've added this, and then this is going to be stamped pretty much in the centre of the card. Not bad. I say pretty much because it might not be dead centre. So then add this to your embossing powder, give it a tap off the excess. That's it. So that is now, you can just see that there in the light. So all of that powder is now stuck to the sentiment as we want it to be. And then we're going to heat. Now one of the other things that's happened this week, I've lost my heat tool, my Stampin' Up heat tool. I don't know where it's gone. So we're using an old one, but it still does the job. So we're going to heat this. And you can see that's just starting to turn. It's like magic. I do love a bit of heat embossing, as you well know. Okay, just like that. So we'll just turn that off. And then now you can see just how lovely that is. So the idea of the embossing buddy, what I mean by it takes the static off, if you were to just stamp that with Versamark and then add your powder and emboss, you would actually have little specks of embossing powder stuck to the card, because there's always some powder that will get stuck to the card. So by just using an embossing buddy or a tumble dryer sheet, it takes off that static, so that when you stamp, the embossing powder only sticks to the Versamark, so you get a really clean embossed look. Okay, so now what we can do is we can add this to our card. So we're going to do that with a little bit of Tombow. Now this Tombow is nearly empty. So we're going to stick this to our card, and I'm putting it so it's kind of 2/3 of the way up the card. And then we're going to fold these pieces round. Like so. Okay. And then onto the back we can stick this down. Just going to use some seal for this. I'm getting better with seal. It still isn't my glue of choice, but I don't like to admit defeat. So just fold that over and stick that down. You could just cut it off, it doesn't really make a lot of difference, but I fancied doing something a bit different. So now I'm going to pop this onto our card front with some dimensionals. Just using 5. A few ladies have put one, Baz has put that's beautiful, and Louise has put these look stunning. Thank you ladies, appreciate the feedback, that's lovely of you to say. Got to use a bit of sparkle at Christmas, haven't you? So I'm just adding this to the card front so there is a nice border around the edge. Okay, so it's starting to come together now. I am just going to cut this out. This is one of the dies, and this is being cut out with the silver foil, which is really effective. I'm just looking for for the other plate, which is on the floor, of course it is. I dropped it earlier. They would look nice with vellum, you're right. I do like vellum. I do like it a lot. So I'm just going to run this through. These snowflakes are actually really, really delicate. So pretty. Okay, so just like so. It really catches the light nicely. So we've got one little snowflake, and then we can stamp some more. So first of all, I want to emboss one. And that one is over here. The one that I'm going to emboss is this one just here. You see that? They're all on my block today. Like so. So you can't really see that. You can just about see it in the light. Give it a tap, and these snowflakes look lovely when they're embossed as well. So let's just show you how this is going to work. So you can see that's just starting to go. That's gone now. There you have it. So pretty. And then the other ones we are going to stamp. So I have some Smoky Slate, which is the lighter grey that we offer, and I'm going to stamp just like so. And then the larger one we are going to stamp in Basic Grey, which is our dark grey, like so. Pull that out. So now we're going to cut these out. So if you want to go and get yourself a cup of tea, feel free. So this, I'm going to be quite not rushed, but I'll try and do it as quickly as I can. I do enjoy a bit of fussy cutting. These are very delicate, so I am leaving a nice white border around the edge. I'm just constantly turning. Fussy Cut Queen, that's me. For Christmas this year, all I would like is a badge with that on it, please. So if someone could do that, that would make my Christmas wish this year come true. I don't think it's much, do you? It's not like I'm asking a lot. So yes, if anyone could do that, I'd be very happy. Thank you. Right, so I'm just cutting round. And actually, these, although they look very terrifying to cut out, they're not that bad. Do you know what? Every snowflake is unique, so if we do happen to cut part off, it's all part of snowflakes being unique. That's what I say. Someone just put on here, I think it was Louise, that snowflakes are a timeless classic. You're absolutely right. They really are. They do still remind me of Frozen, which my girls are absolutely obsessed with. But I don't mind because I quite like it. Okay, so we've nearly done one. Here we go. You watch, I'll cut part of it off at the last minute. What made me choose grey as my colour? I don't know. I didn't necessarily want to go with blue because I will be playing with that at the weekend. And I just thought, do you know what? I like a bit of grey. So I'm going to do that. Plus there was a piece of grey cardstock on my desk. Okay, so nearly finished, she says. These are really pretty, these snowflakes. And I'll use this on Sunday as well. So I do 3 lives a week. I do one on a Monday morning at 10 o'clock. I do one on a Wednesday at 8:30 in the evening. And I do one on a Sunday at 8:30 in the evening. So for the next 2 lives, I will be using this. No, Baz, they don't have a die. So the dies that come in this set are bigger. Apart from this one, that's the smallest die that they do of the snowflakes. The others are for the larger ones. Okay. Oh, you're most welcome, Louise. I'm glad you've taken something from my live. It's very kind of you. Oh, that's sweet, Anne. Thank you. Anne's just put very classy. Right, so we'll do the front first. So this, and this. So not many, just 3s. I tend to put things on my cards in either 3s or 5s. I do like an odd number. It looks more like it's deliberately random that way. Pop him there. And then this little guy, I'm going to put on with a glue dot because it's just easier and less messy. And I'm only adding the glue to the centre because I want the rest of it to feel like it's, well, to look like it's not stuck down. Okay. And then this little one here, so I'm just bending the edges ever so slightly. It just gives you that little bit of 3D look. Down here. Do you know what, Baz? When I saw the catalogue, I said, I don't like that, I'm not going to buy it. And here we are, 4 months in, me buying it, because I just think it's so pretty and I've seen so many lovely things with it that it was time to give in. Oh, got it stuck to my fingernail. There we have it. So that is our card front done. I still love the embossing folder. The embossing folder is my favourite, I'm not going to lie. And then for the centre, we need another piece of white. And Joe's put too much fussy cutting. You're not a fan of fussy cutting, are you, Joe? But you know what, you could use just the dies, you don't have to fussy cut, and then it's just as pretty, if not more. Okay, so I've just cut a middle layer there, which is 10 centimetres by 14.4, and that's the same measurement as the outer piece. Okay, so for the inside, we're going to do a little bit of stamping. So I have the sentiment that says, in the coldest moments of the year, my heart is warm because you're near. Lovely. Can think of lots of people to send this to. Okay, so this is Smoky Slate. This is the light grey. And I'm going to stamp that about there. So when do you think you have 20 made for me? Maybe by Christmas 2027. What do you reckon? Oh, Baz, I'd love it if I could make them for you. But I'm not quite sure I will have time. Okay, so basic grey. Now, I'm going to take that one off because we don't need that one. So I'm going to go the darker grey with this large snowflake. About there. So pretty. These stamps are so clear. I think they are amazing. And then this little guy we can put over here. And I think that would be nice as a card pretty much on its own, maybe with a bit of glitter or a little bit of heat embossing. And then last thing, I promise you there'll be no more fussy cutting for tonight. After this, I do think I could quite happily sit in front of the telly and cut these out all evening. A couple of people are just putting on lovely card. Thank you, ladies. Very kind. So a few people have purchased this as a kit already. Not this card, but my card designs that I'm using for this class I will actually show you on Sunday, a little sneak peek, but they are fancy fold designs. So there's 3 cards and each card will have a different fold element to it, making it a bit more special. There's also a gift box, and of course there'll be a few little extra goodies in there from me as well. So the class is open to be booked now. Prices start at £12.50. There are options to add in product, so you can add in the stamp set, the dies, the bundle as well. So if you did want to purchase a kit for that class, booking closes on the 10th, which is Saturday. And kits will be sent out, I believe, around the 20th of October. I can't remember the date that I said now. All the cards will be put together with online tutorials, so you can put them together at your own pace and at your convenience. So let's just put this in here. So that looks really pretty, nice and delicate again, and just shades of grey and silver. Okay. And that is me done for this evening. So there we have our lovely Snowflake Splendour card design tonight. I've kept it quite simple in the layout. We've got the layer of embossed snowflakes. I've got a nice strip of basic grey cardstock with some silver embossing, which, look at that as that catches the light, it's so pretty. We've got some stamped and fussy cut snowflakes, a little die cut snowflake with the silver foil to go with the silver embossing, a couple of little gemstones, and then inside we have some stamping, some die cutting, sorry, some fussy cutting and some embossing, so it all matches. So that's it for me this evening, guys. Thank you so much for spending your Wednesday evening listening to me rabbit on and cutting out. If you've got any questions about anything I've used tonight, any of the products, techniques, feel free to drop me a message. If anyone wanted to place an online order, you can do that through my online store. You'll find the hostess code for this month at the side of my page. And that's it from me tonight. So enjoy the rest of your week. I'm looking forward to seeing a lovely friend for coffee tomorrow. I'm very excited to see her. And that's it, I think. So enjoy the rest of your week. Thanks for taking the time to spend your evening with me. And I hope to see you all very, very soon. Take care, guys. Bye for now. Bye.